my name is Tessa Syvertson, and I'm going to discuss the ethical issues involved in one of the worst offshore oil disasters in history. The Piper Alpha oil rig is a North Sea oil production platform that is operated by Occidental Petroleum. It began producing in 1976 and started out as an oil production platform and was later converted to a gas production platform. And the Piper platform is a collection platform, which means that its sister platforms pump oil and gas into the Piper platform, and it's then compressed there and pumped to shore. Piper accounted for nearly 10% of the North Sea's oil and gas production and was one of the largest rigs in the world at the time of the incident. So on July 6, 1988, a series of miscommunications led to an explosion and a preceding oil fire that was one of the worst offshore oil disasters in the world, according to, in terms of loss and industry disrupt. Oil fires are generally able to be managed. The platforms are designed and built, and safety regulations are in place that are able to handle these fires. However, in this case, several miscommunications and safety compromises snowballed and literally fueled the fire. So essentially what happened was, well, to begin with, the operating pump was supposed to be under maintenance at the time, but was continuously pumping at full force, which was actually at 3 times the amount that it was originally designed for. And to compound that, after the first explosion was heard, the operators wanted to shut down, but the supervisors would not allow it. So at that point, the employees' mindsets were that stopping production was not an option if they wanted to keep their jobs. So the sister platforms continued to pump gas into Piper at huge headers, 36 inches, about 3 feet, pipes in diameter, continuing to pump gas into the fire, fueling the fire. And the heat from the fires essentially melted the platform and caused a huge death toll. The total death toll was 167, which included 165 Occidental rig workers, as well as 2 rescue workers. There was only 61 survivors on the entire rig. The total loss was about $3.4 billion US. Occidental was forced to leave the North Atlantic and caused it to become a much smaller company. This also had a massive industry impact because at the time, Occidental was producing about 10% of the North Sea's oil and gas production. So it had a huge hit to the industry, not to mention the environmental compounds. So this is a paramount example of why ethics are so important in engineering. All too often, engineers succumb to pressures, whether they be from financial pressures or top-down orders or deadlines, and are essentially forced to take shortcuts or to compromise safety if they want to keep their job. And it's frightening to think that people are willing to compromise safety in order for alternate gains. Occidental's stress, in particular, on production, reputation, and profit spurred a very superficial attitude in the employee's mindset with regards to safety. And because this terms of safety was not in their core values, it wasn't practiced in an urgent situation, because in urgent situations, you tend to do what is in your core values. This lack of regard for safety and their core values afforded the lives of 167 employees. This is why it is the professional responsibility of engineers, and it is absolutely vital that engineers put safety as a paramount priority above their career development.